We're back here at Amon Carter Stadium. Ronnie, what do you look for tonight in the game? Fact is, let me put it this way. What does each of these teams have to do in order to win tonight?
Well, I'll tell you what, Cleburne's going to have to outquick them. They're not going to be able to line up and mash them. They're going to have to outquick them because Brownwood is huge. But they put on some new wrinkles this week and tried to utilize the speed that Cleburne's got. They're going to have to use that speed. And, of course, Brownwood is just strong up front and on offense and defense both, that they're just going to be a difficult team to just mash this. So Cleburne's going to have to throw the ball a little bit more and going to have to outquick them around the ends and so on.
Well, Brownwood comes into this game with a winningest coach in high school football, 379 victories for Gordon Wood against 75 defeats and 11 ties. His teams have won 9 state championships, 7 of them while he has been at Brownwood. The last one, of course, was last year. They've literally controlled the district by winning 7 consecutive years. In fact, the last year they did not win the conference was in 1974. In fact, Coach Wood and Brownwood are almost synonymous. It's difficult to think of one without the other. Both have been probably more dominant in Texas high school football than any other coach or team. And the 67-year-old Wood has no plans to retire, which is not exactly encouraging news for the other 4A schools. As is always the case when you're king of the hill, people are always taking pot shots at you. And that's going to be the way it is with Cleburne tonight, trying to get at the king of the hill. Chuck Curtis would like nothing better than to replace him in that category. Cleburne has won the toss, and they will receive. Let's go down the field now for our national anthem sung by Razzie Bailey. Getting close to game time. The officials are down on the field. They've already had the coin flip, and as we said, Cleburne has won the toss. I believe they're going to be defending the north goal, Ronnie. Is that correct? You saw that? That'll be to our left, and they will be going to our right. Brownwood will defend the south goal, and they'll be going from our right to our left. The teams are coming onto the field now, and, gee, this is going to be different looking at it from this high up, isn't it, Ronnie?
It's a different atmosphere altogether. You just looking at it, and I really am impressed with this crowd. I just can't believe that there's this many here, because there's probably as many on one side of the stands outside and trying to get in the parking lot as we got inside here. It's just a tremendous crowd.
I notice the crowd is still coming in. The cars are still jammed up way out. Fact is, apparently the parking lots are full and people are having to find other facilities out to our left. Cleburne has come onto the field. They will receive, and deep for the Yellow Jackets to receive will be Petey Graves and Robbie White. At least I think that's who it is down there. Kicking off for Brownwood will be Grant Wells. We're going to have fun looking for these numbers tonight. We're ready. The teams are all lined up, and we're just about to start this clash, probably for the District 4A4 championship. Wells is ready. He's a right-footed soccer kicker. He approaches the ball. He boots it downfield. It's going to go down to White at the 10-yard line. He's back to the 15, the 20, the 25. He's in the clear. He may go all the way if he gets by one man. They're still wrestling him. He's up to the 50-yard line. One man got him by the arm, and that's the only man that could have gotten him, and that was Nicky Delgado, the last man. Otherwise, White would have broken it. So the Yellow Jackets get a big break on that beautiful return by Robbie White.
That's an excellent job of blocking on the wedge up there. They set the wedge real good, and he just like that one step.
In the backfield will be Robbie White, a tailback, Peter Pope, the fullback, McGahee is the wingback. Split way out to the right is Todd Mayer. Rodney Fowler's the quarterback. Split back. There's a pitch to Robbie White to the right side of the power sweep. He's inside the 50, down to the 46.5 yard line. A pickup by White of about 2 yards on the play. Kevin Howard, the left end, was the man who brought him down.
They put on some new formations this week. They're pulling out all stops. But they've got multiple offense districts, whereas they've had multiple offense.
It'll be a 2nd down and 7 situation from the 46-yard line. Split back, swing left. Fowler with the ball, pitches back this time to McGahee to the left side. McGahee over the 45, inside the 45 to the 43-yard line, or close to it. Kendall Nelson, co-captain on the Brownwood team and a 2-year letterman, is the man that made the stop. McGahee picked up 3 that time to the 44-yard line. So it's a 3rd down now and 4 to go. A little less than 4. They have to get almost to the 39, not quite. We've just started. Beautiful evening out here, no wind at all. Fowler the quarterback, split back, wing right. There goes McGahee in motion to the left. Fowler has the ball around the left side. He's got a lot of room. He's got the 1st down. He's going to go inside the 35 and tossed out of bounds at the 32. James Galloway, the safety man, came up to get him. Oh, a nice run by Fowler as he went around the outside to the left side and picks up, well, let me say, what did we pick up on that? He picked up 9 yards and a big 1st down for the Jackets. He faked to both of his backs and went around left end. Here we go. Wing set spot right. Pitch this time to White to the right side. White's got room. Over the 20, down to the 25-yard line. Inside the 25 to the 23, where Martin Ratliff brings him down. Marvin Ratliff. He is the all-state safety man. White picked up the total of almost 10 yards. Give him 9 yards on the play. The Yellow Jackets on the move. 2nd down and 1. The ball resting at the Brownwood 23. Jackets look strong.
Look at that. They've come off. They worked a lot on blocking this week and of course put on a lot of formations.
Fowler brings him up again. Split back. Wing out on the left. Here he comes in motion. That's Robbie White. Fowler with the ball. He keeps it to the right side. He's going to get trapped this time, but he does manage to pick up a yard. Maybe the 1st down. Down close to the 21-yard line. Kyle Story, Kevin Howard with the men in on the stop. 1st down for the Yellow Jackets. Another one as they make it down to the 21-yard line. 3-yard pickup for Fowler. Ronnie, I believe you said Rodney was going to carry the ball a little bit more tonight.
He's going to be the key to win this ball game. He's got to get the ball, and he's going to take it in.
2-man split way out to the left. Pitch to McGahee to the left side. McGahee over the 20-yard line, down to the 19, and a penalty flag is thrown. Howie is the man who brought him down. Doug Howie.
This is what really hurts when you get out there and you can't afford these penalties when you get in a situation like this when you got to start all over again back east.
The holding penalty against the Yellow Jackets. Going to be a 10-yard penalty probably. That's going to hurt. That'll move them back a ways. Setting up that offensive line for the Yellow Jackets, they've got Todd Mayer and Bill Young in at the end. Alan Mays and Bill Roden are the tackles. Scooter Coward and Monty Dobbins are the guards, and Kent Cunningham is the center. They're still talking about it down on the field. Now they're bringing the ball back to where it started from on the right hash mark. And they're going to mark it off only 5 yards. Well, that's a break. Thought it was going to be a big one. So that'll make it 2nd down now and 15 to go.
Well, I wish you'd look out here. They're back all the way up the very to call in extra blue so they get in traffic. Back up here.
First quarter's going to be over before they get in to see it.
This is unbelievable.
1st and 15 rather. I formation this time. White is the deep man. Here he goes in motion to the right, the near side of the field. Fowler with the ball. He's back to pass. He's looking. He shoots one out there. He's got, it looks like, let's see, that's Robbie White. He got him at the 21-yard line. White's knocked out of bounds by Kyle Story. So Fowler's first pass of the night is good for 5 yards to Robbie White.
Back to the original line of scrimmage. Jackets look awful sharp already. Look awful sharp.
You see it on the replay there where White was knocked out of bounds by Kyle Story. That's the first pass of the night. Here we go. Split backs left again. There's a pitch to McGehee to the left side. McGehee across the 20-yard line. Down to the 19. Inside a little bit of that. Nicky Delgado was the man on the stop for the Lions. Pickup of 2 yards on the play for McGehee. That's a third down now, and 8 to go. 3rd and 8. The Yellow Jackets on the move. 8:29 to play, first quarter, no score. The Yellow Jackets have taken it from the opening gun. 2 men split out to the right. That would be Phil Young and McGehee. Fowler with the ball. He's up, rolls to his right. He looks out here. He's got a man, and McGehee dropped the ball all alone at the 12-yard line. He had it and dropped it.
That's an excellent pass, right on the money, and he's going to try our first field goal of the year.
You can see there in the replay that Randy was just trying to go upfield before he had the ball.
Yeah, he was wide open out there. They had 2 receivers open. I looked at that tonight.
Kyle Sims is in now to try a field goal from the 26-yard line. It'll be a 36-yard field goal from the left hash mark. He kicks it, it's up in the air, and it is good. Kyle Sims has booted the field goal. A 36-yard field goal for Kyle Sims here in the first quarter.
Well, we got the Cleburne coaches next door to us over here, and they're about to tear the booth down. That's an excellent drive, good job, and the Jackets look extra sharp now.
Well, that drive went 49 yards. Started from the Brownwood 49-yard line, and they got the field goal, 36-yard field goal, and our score is 3-0. So the Yellow Jackets will go back to kick it off. They get the lead early. Last year, they never got to the scoreboard until the 3rd quarter. So this has got to be a big boost for the Jackets tonight.
I can tell down in the dressing room, they had a good feeling about the game tonight because they were anxious to get out on the field and got something to prove.
Kicking off for the Yellow Jackets will be Randall Scott. Back deep to receive for the Lions will be Monty Ashley and James Galloway. Now you got to watch this Galloway. He is Mr. Everything from anywhere for the Brownwood Lions. He's he's rushed for 5 touchdowns. He's run back 2 passes for touchdowns, pass interceptions, and he returned a punt 62 yards for a touchdown 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago against Granbury. So he is dangerous.
Extremely dangerous.
Randall ready. Here he comes. He boots it. It's a scribber. Goes down on the ground. It's picked up by number 37. He bounces it around. He's got it again. He has the ball. It's going to be tackled right around the 30-yard line. That was Ronald Isom, I believe, who had the ball on that one, the fullback.
Here's where probably Brownwood's a little better than they were last year. I think offensively they are a little bit stouter than they were last year. Defensively, I think that they lost quite a bit when they lost Kinsey and some of those other players. But it's going to be a good matchup, good ball game.
So Brownwood will be starting just short of their own 30-yard line. Marvin Rathke is the quarterback. He pitches back to Henderson to the right side. Henderson's going to be stopped after a couple of yards. Henderson has got 4.5 40 speed. Good fast man. Phil Young in on the stop for the Yellow Jackets. So Henderson grabs 2 yards on his first carry of the night. That's Andre Henderson. In the backfield also will be Carl Burr, the fullback, and the flanker will be Grant Wells. Second, split back. There's a handoff this time, straight up the middle to Carl Burr. Carl Burr goes up close to the 39-yard line. Ken Cunningham in on the stop. It's going to be very close to the first down. It's like Burr picked up about 7 of those yards. It's That's going to be about, less than a yard short of for the first down. 3rd down and 1 for the Lions. Big play for them. They run the same basic formations offensively as the Yellow Jackets do. Rathke has the ball. He's one of their big gainers on the year. He has the first down across the 40 to the 43. Rathke picks up 4. In fact, Rathke's their 2nd leading ground gainer this year. He's picked up 287 yards for the Lions. Henderson has been their big gainer, 469 yards and 70 carries, averaging about 6.5 yards a try. So Brownwood has their first down of the evening. 3-0 our score. The Jackets on top. 6:40 to play, first quarter. Split backs, double slot. There goes Wells, or rather Henderson with the ball. Henderson fights his way up to the 45. Pickup of 2. John Charles Phillips in on the stop. Burr picks up 2 yards. Ball right at the 45-yard line. Lion end of the field. Crowd is still coming in, believe it or not. Lots of cars still out there trying to get into this game tonight.
They got 3 or 4 buses that still can't get in.
Here we go, 3rd down and 1. There's a handoff. No, Rathke has the ball. He goes to pass, and he has to get it away. Almost intentional grounding. He was stopped in the backfield that time by Charlie Walker, who got through and nearly dropped Rathke for a loss. But he did get the pass off, and it is incomplete. It'll be a 3rd down and 8 now for Brownwood. The ball at their own 45. See on replay that the ball was a little bit short.
There's excellent coverage in the secondary also.
3rd down and 8. Split back. Rathke back to pass. He looks. He's being rushed now. Now he runs to his left. He's going to get around a couple of men and is going to be knocked out of bounds at the 50-yard line by Kenneth Henry. Just inside Cleburne territory, almost to the 49. A pickup on the play of a little over 5. Let's give him 6 yards on that by Rathke. Kenneth Henry, who has played beautiful football for the Jackets the last few weeks, in on that stop. So that's going to bring up a 4th down now and approximately 2 to go for the Lions, and they're at the Cleburne 49, and they're going to go back into punt formation, and Marvin Rathke will do the punting. He's standing back on his own 38-yard line. Back to receive is Randall Scott. He boosts it away from him to the right side of the field. It comes down, and now Randall's going to let it roll, and it does roll, and it's going to drop dead about the 12-yard line. A nice punt by Rathke. Let's see, from the 49 to the 12, that would make it about a 37-yard punt, wouldn't it? So the Yellow Jackets will take over again from their own 12-yard line. You can see on replay. We're talking about replay. As you're listening to the game tonight, you'll be able to see this on your when we replay the games this week, and we'll give you those times and dates later. But we do have some instant replay capability tonight with the people from Storer Cable TV. They're doing a fine job for us. All right, split backs. Handoff this time to Pope. Oh, that's White, rather. White to the right side, and White's up to the 15-yard line. A pickup of 3.
That's Randall Scott. This was the new formation.
Before Kendall Nelson brings him down.
This was Randall Scott in there. They moved Randall Scott. This is one of the new formations they put on, particularly for this game. They've got a overload.
3-yard pickup on that play. The ball is just over the 15-yard line. 5:16 to play, first quarter. The Cleburne leads 3-0. Randall, or rather Fowler, pitches back this time to the fullback, and he makes it just back to the line of scrimmage. But that was White with the ball. No gain on the plays. Kevin Howard knifed in to get him. No play for gain for White. Ball still at the 15-yard line. So it's 3rd down now and 7 to go. What a beautiful evening, and what a view up here. We get to see all of Fort Worth, downtown, all out to the north and the south, southwest. Here we go. Fowler rolls to his left, back to pass. He's looking. He's got a man wide open. That's White. White's got the first down at the 30-yard line across. Steps out of bounds at the 30. A big pickup. That's going to be 14 yards. Monty Atchley in on the stop for Brownwood. 14 yards on that play.
Uh-oh, they got to Fowler then. He's limping a little bit. That doesn't sound good. That's an excellent pass.
That's the third first down of the evening for the Yellow Jackets. Brownwood has picked up one so far. So the Yellow Jackets can remain their poise. They're going to stay right in this ball game, Ronnie. Now Fowler doesn't like what he sees down there, and he calls a timeout. While the timeout on the field, let's pause for this 30-second commercial message. Play here in the first quarter. 3-0 our score. Yellow Jackets leading. They have a first down and 10 to go from their own 30-yard line. Double split way out to the right. There's one back. That's Charlie Walker, I believe. We're so high up, it's hard to tell. Rodney Fowler, the quarterback. He barks his signals, throws to his right, looking downfield for somebody to throw to. He does throw. Intercepted. He threw it right at a Brownwood man. That's Kevin Howard intercepted that ball, and he's taking the ball all the way back to the 23-yard line. Randy McGehee in on the stop for the Yellow Jackets. A big turnover.
That's what you don't want to see right there. That's one of the mistakes that you want to cut out.
Brownwood will take over from their own, from the Cleburne 23-yard line. Oh, that was a big turnover. Looks like they threw that ball right at him.
The man was open, but the guy stepped in front of him.
Here we go. Rasky, the quarterback. He pitches back to Henderson to the right side. Henderson runs right smack into, man, that would be Petey Graves coming up from the cornerback spot. And he socked him after maybe a yard pickup, if that. Looks like no gain, really. Maybe a foot. Second down and 10 to go. Ball in the center of the field. Brownwood going to the north. That's to our left. Ball is over near the far hash mark. Break the huddle. Burr, Henderson, the running backs, well split out. Rathke with the ball. He fades the pass, rolls to his right. He's looking downfield. Looking, still looking. Now he's going to run. He puts it under his arm. He's around the left side, and he's all the way down inside the 10-yard line, down to the 8-yard line. Brad Young and Clinton Williams are the man that makes the stop on the play. Big pickup for Rathke, but there is a penalty. There is a penalty on the play. Somebody's shaken up on the Yellow Jackets team. You can't tell who that is, Ronnie? Was that Williams, the guy who made the stop? Williams. They're talking with Brad Young on the field. Apparently it's going to be against Brownwood. Will nullify that nice gainer by Rathke. They're bringing the ball all the way back to the 25-yard line, so apparently it took place at the 10, a 15-yard penalty. Let's see what the signal's for. Clipping, 15 yards. So that takes the ball back to the 24-yard line, where it'll be second down again, and it'll be 11 to go. They're still tending to Clinton Williams down on the field.
Looks like got his bell rung. He was a little wobbly there, but he's all right. He's sitting up and everything. He's pretty responsive to what's going on, so he's not hurt too bad, but of course it's a key injury.
I notice Curtis went out on the field to see how he was. We've got 3 minutes and 31 seconds to play in the first quarter. Our score is 3-0, the Yellow Jackets ahead, virtue of Kyle Sims' 36-yard field goal on the Yellow Jackets' first possession of the night. Well, we still have a timeout on the field. Let's pause for this 30-second break.
God, I just can't.
We still have a timeout on the field. They're still tending to Clinton Williams down on the field. Apparently he did get his bell rung, like Ronnie said. But we're just looking at this. It's unbelievable. The people are still coming in. The cars are still lined up. Probably some of them at least a quarter of a mile away yet from any kind of parking facilities. They're having to kind of zigzag all the way around the field here.
These people just didn't start early enough. They're not used to this at a high school football game.
They're bringing Williams off the field now rather gingerly. That is Clinton Williams, isn't it? Number 37?
Yes.
Can't see the number even on the monitor here. To review where we are, it's second down when we come back to play, and there'll be 11 to go. Let's see, going in to take his place will be probably, let's see, we got Graves in at the left corner, and the right corner, that would be Rodney Fowler in at the right cornerback position. Brad Young is a safety. Rathke with the ball, back to pass. He's going to be stopped right about the line of scrimmage. He faked to a couple of men, but he did not fake out Scooter Coward coming around. Coward got a hand on him and slowed him down enough for Phil Young to grab him. So it's a loss of about a yard on the play. So it's going to be third and close to 12 now. A little bit less, between 11 and 12. Big third down play coming up for Brownwood. And they're going to call a timeout and talk about it. So again, let's us go back to our studio for this message. Review the situation. It's about 11 and a half yards to go for the Brownwood Lions. Third down from the Cleburne 25-yard line. They have to get down to the, not quite the 14 for a first down. Rathke is the quarterback. His setback is Henderson. There goes Grant Wells in motion to the right. Rathke with the ball. Penalty flags fly. He throws out there. He's got a man. Grant Wells goes out of bounds at the 16-yard line, but there are penalty flags. Look like it might be illegal motion.
I would think
or procedure, rather. We'll have to see what it is.
I think it's going to be illegal procedure.
Offsides against Cleburne. Offsides against Cleburne. So that's going to be an interesting call for Brownwood. If they did not take the penalty, be fourth down and 2, or 3 rather, from the 17. This way they could get it third down again and 6 from the 20. Let's see what they decide to do. Kyle Story's down talking with the referee. He apparently has made up his mind. And we'll see what they're going to do. Looks like they might take the penalty. That's what they're going to do. It's going to be 5-yard offside penalty against the YellowJackets. Move it down to the 20-yard line. It's now third down and 6. Big break for the Lions.
There's another mistake. We can't afford to make those mistakes. We've got to have a big play here because you just can't get a good team like Brownwood all opportunities. They played quite a bit of this game down on this part of the end zone.
Their ends are Kyle Story is split end and Tim Perkins is the tight end. The quarterback is Marvin Rathke. The setback is Andre Henderson. Rathke with the ball, rolls to his right again. He looks out. He's got it, shoots it out there. It's going to be intercepted by, who is that? Petey Graves or Robbie White? Or Brad Young, rather. Whoever it is, the Yellow Jackets have it. That's Brad Young. No, it isn't. Who's that? That's Petey Graves. Petey Graves. So Rathke's 0 for 2 tonight and had one of them intercepted. It looks like we've got another penalty. This one's going to be against Brownwood. So the Yellow Jackets are going to get the ball back on another turnover. Each team has one now.
That's what we wanted right there.
Who tipped that ball, could you tell?
I couldn't tell from here. It's hard to see with them running.
The Yellow Jackets take over on their own 18-yard line. There goes Randall Scott into the game. Coming out is McGehee. It'll be Fowler and Scott and White and Pope in the backfield. Pope lined up behind Fowler. Gives the ball to the setback, the wingback rather. He's over the center of the line across the 20 to the 22. That was Scott with the ball, wasn't it?
Yeah, Randall Scott came in there for McGehee.
4-yard pickup for Scott, almost 5. Ronald Isom was the man on the stop. 5-yard pickup for Scott. Didn't look like he got that much at first. 2nd and 5 now from the 23. 2:08 to play first quarter. The Yellow Jackets on top, 3-0 over the strong, powerful Brownwood Lions. There's a pitch this time to the left side. White has it around the left side. Finally knocked out of bounds after the first down up to the around the 38-yard line. James Galloway was the last man that could stop him, and he did. They're going to mark it back now at the 33. Say he went out of bounds there. So a pickup of 10 yards on the play. 10 yards on the play for Robbie White.
On the replay, Brad, that looked almost like a face mask. He kind of took his head off and almost hung the face mask. I think the official was out of position. He might have been able to call that one.
1st and 10. Yellow Jackets have the ball. They're driving again. Pitch this time to White to the right side. No, that's Scott. Scott with the ball. Scott up close to the 40-yard line. Scott picks up 6. Story in on the tackle again. Kyle Story. Good end. 6-yard pickup on the play for Scott.
That's an excellent job blocking that offensive line. Excellent job. That offensive line is really getting in the crease, moving the offense, winning the line of scrimmage.
You know, one of the interesting matchups here tonight is Bill Roden at right tackle for the Yellow Jackets against Mike Davis, who was All-State last year, the left tackle on the Brownwood defense. Split backs this time, wing left. Here comes the wing to this side. That's White in motion. Fowler to the round the right side. He's got room across the 40 to the 45, out of bounds. Got the first down as he goes out of bounds right at the 45. Pickup of 5 yards. Joey Wynn was the man that forced him out of bounds along with Kyle Story. 5-yard pickup for Fowler. Another first down for the Yellow Jackets. That's number 5. Minute 6 to play first quarter. 3-0. The Yellow Jackets on top. Fowler has 17 yards now and 3 carries. White has 25 and 5 carries. Walker and Pope, neither one have carried the ball yet. There goes Pope in motion. A long pitch to White this time, and he's going to be stopped back of the line of scrimmage, clear back at the 40-yard line. Loss of 5. Boy, Doug Howey was just sitting there waiting for him. Loss of 5 on the play.
He went to the well a little too often on that one. They kind of snuffed that out and brought the corner back up real quick on the motion. But I wouldn't be surprised if we might not come back against something else here in a second to kind of offset that.
2nd and 15 for the Jackets, just inside their own 40-yard line. Ken Cunningham over the ball at the center position. I formation. Fowler with the ball. Rolls to his right. He's looking. Got a couple of men downfield. He's got Young. Young grabs it. There is a penalty. It's a penalty. It was thrown in the Cleburne backfield. The ball was up to the 46-yard line in Brownwood territory. Let's see what the penalty was. Looks like it's holding against Cleburne. And there is a Brownwood man down.
That's excellent. Excellent job passing that time.
Well, that's going to nullify that 14-yard pickup for the Yellow Jackets. That's the one big thing that has just devastated the Yellow Jackets this year has been the penalties. Marvin Rathke was the man that's down. That's their quarterback, and boy, they could be in trouble if something happens to him, and he's shaking his right arm. The backup quarterback, David Pounds, is already out of this game with a separated shoulder. And so Marvin Rathke was the only quarterback. In fact, I was talking to the Brownwood announcer. He says if Rathke gets hurt, they're just going to have to pack up and go home.
Yeah, they might all start packing.
Of course, I think he was kidding. What do you think?
I just don't believe that they're going to get back on the bus after driving all this way up here. Something tells me that they're probably going to stay around till the end.
The 5-yard penalty against the Jackets moves it back to their 35-yard line. It's second down now and 20. Split backs. Fowler back to pass. The quarterback draw now. He gets back to the line of scrimmage and 2 yards, and that's it. Mike Watkins was there to bring him down.
That's the end of the first quarter.
Doug Howie on the play also. Just a 2-yard pickup for Fowler in the quarterback draw. So that's going to bring up a third down now and 18. And that's the end of the first quarter of play. We're back to play here and getting ready for the second quarter. Fowler was over here talking to Chuck Curtis. It's third down and 18 to go for the Yellow Jackets. The ball at their own 37-yard line. They've looked very impressive tonight, Ronnie.
Yes, and the doctor's working on Rathke over on the sideline. I've been watching him. They got his shoulder pads off. Looks like he might have a dislocated or knocked down shoulder of some kind.
We can just stop those penalties. It's really hurt him a couple of times already tonight. Double setback there at various depths. There goes McGehee in motion to the far side. There's a pitch and a quick kick by Dwayne Griggs, and it's a beauty. It's going to go downfield and roll, and it's going to be picked up by Galloway at the 20-yard line. Galloway is finally brought down at a nice tackle at the his own 39-yard line. Rodney Fowler was the man that made the stop. Boy, that was a daring catch or reception by Galloway after it bounced, but that's what I meant by Mr. Excitement. He can hurt you from anywhere on the field.
They got a new quarterback in there.
Brownwood will take over now at their own 38-yard line. And number 10 is going to the game at quarterback. That's Randy Erling. So apparently Rathke is not ready yet to come back into the game. As we mentioned, David Pounds, the backup quarterback, is out of the game. He may not even be suited up. Erling has the call signals. He fumbles the first ball. And I don't know, it may be Cleburne's ball. It is. Let's see who got it. There it is. Who's that? 55, Kyle Bowles. Kyle Bowles comes up with that turnover. So a big break for the Yellow Jackets as they take over on the Brownwood 43-yard line, let's call it. Well, Erling had to be a little bit nervous getting that first snap, probably. He never expected to be in this game, probably.
Well, I'll tell you what, it makes a difference, too, in the secondary. Taking a key player, all-state player out of the secondary, and also your team leader, it really hurts your morale.
Very true. You know, having to play the whole game of quarterback, too, has to hurt his effectiveness on defense also. Okay, here we go. First down for the Yellow Jackets. McGehee in motion. Fowler with the ball. He has it. He goes back to pass. Still looking downfield. He gets by one man, reverses his field, comes back to the left. Beautiful block down there by one of the Jackets. Fowler still on his feet at the 30-yard line. A pickup of 12 on the play. A beautiful block. Finally brought down by Monty Atchley.
That was by Alan Mays. Excellent block. I'm telling you, he lowered it.
So Fowler picks up 12 yards on that play. He went clear to his right. Maybe we'll get this on replay. I don't know. He went to his right, couldn't find anybody to throw to, reversed his field, outran two Brownwood Lions, and one man coming at him had a clear shot at him, but Alan Mays just put a tremendous block on the man. And it cleared the path for Fowler to pick up 12 yards on a first down at the Brownwood 30. Yellow Jackets lead 3-0. Split backs, wing left. Fowler hands off to White, going to the right side. White's got room down to the 27-yard line. That hole closed up fast. Looked like he was going to go someplace there for a minute.
If he'd have gone on outside, he might have scored.
White picked up 3 on the play. He's got a total of 23 yards now and 7 carries. There goes Scott into the game. McGehee will come out. 2nd and 7 for the Yellow Jackets. The ball at the Brownwood 27. A big break a minute ago on that fumble. Let's see if the Yellow Jackets can take advantage of it. High formation. Pitch to the inside man. That is Scott. Scott to the 25-yard line, just across before Watkins stops him. Giving him penetration to just over the 25-yard line. That would be a 2-yard pickup for Scott. It'll be 3rd down and just under 5. Between 4 and 5 to go. They've got to go to the 21. Let's call it 4 to go. Randall Scott has carried the ball 3 times now for 13 yards. Fowler 2 for 4 in the passing department. Split backs. Here comes White in motion, or McGehee in motion. Fowler has the ball to the left side. He's over the 23 to the 22-yard line. He gets down about a yard short of the 1st down before Martin Vasquez in on the stop. Pickup of 3 on the play. See, they're going to put it where? At the 22-yard line. So Fowler gets 3. Boy, he just really gave it that second effort that time to get an extra 1.5 yards. They're about 1.5 yards short of the 1st down, almost 2 yards. They have to get inside the 21. 4th down and roughly 2. There's a pitch to McGehee to the left side, and he did not get it, I don't believe. Looks like he's going to be a foot or so short. I think they're going to bring the chains in, but from up here, it doesn't look like he got it, Ronnie.
He didn't make it.
Let's see if they're going to bring him in or not. No, they're not. They're not even going to measure. Okay, so the ball is going to go over. Brownwood will take over on their own 21-yard line, just outside. Yellow Jackets were about a couple of feet short of that 1st down. You see it again on replay here. Oh, that's the play before that where Fowler made that yardage.
See, they got a quarterback, this number 10. Rathke got back in there.
Rathke back in there?
Yes.
Okay. Twin sets. Hand off this time on the delay to Burr. Burr gets a couple over the left side. A host of black shirts bring him down. One of them being Todd Logan. The Yellow Jackets are dressed in their traditional black jerseys with silver numbers, gold pants, silver helmets. Brownwood is dressed all in white with red numbers and red trim, and they have white helmets. 8:30 to play in the 1st half, and Brownwood trails in this game 3-0. Split blacks to the left, the wing split to the right. Hand off, no, Rathke keeps the ball. He's going to be dropped behind the line of scrimmage back at the 20, and that was Todd Logan who knifed in there to get him for a big loss of 3 yards. Rathke loses 3. They have really bottled up this Brownwood running attack tonight, Ronnie.
Well, this defense come to play. They've got a lot to prove here, and they really come to prove it. And you know what, Brad, the crowd's still coming in. You know, this is really good for high school football, these 2 towns.
Well, I saw a big upset last night when Trinity, number 9, upset Bryan, number 1 in the state, 14-13.
This is the week for them.
Upsets will continue. Okay, there goes a man in motion to the left side. Rathke with the ball. He keeps it, and he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. That looked like a play that never developed.
Looked like to me that they wanted to quick kick the ball or sweep it or something, and he don't know what's going on.
That's what I was thinking, whether he's going to quick kick it.
Rathke looks like he might be a little idle still.
Loss of a yard on the play. 4th down and 11 to go now for the Lions. They'll be forced to give up the ball. Rathke will drop back to about his 8-yard line to punt. Deep is Randall Scott. He's standing on his own 40-yard line. The snap back, he gets it off. It's a nice high spiral coming down to Scott at the 50-yard line, and there's a penalty flag thrown, and Scott gets back inside Brownwood territory to roughly the 48. Have to see what that penalty flag was for. It might have been an ineligible man downfield.
No, it's going to be one of those hold your hand deals where they illegal use of it.
Was it against Brownwood?
No, it's against
Cleburne?
Cleburne.
Illegal use of the hands, right.
That's a personal foul of some kind.
Well, let's see where they mark it off from. The ball is resting right now at the 49-yard line. That's where Scott got back to. He had about a 5-yard return. They're going to mark that all the way back to the Cleburne 35-yard line, so that's a 15-yard penalty against the Yellow Jackets. That's their third of the night. And again, the penalties just really mount up against them. So it's going to be a first down and 10 to go from the Cleburne 35-yard line. Fowler is a quarterback. White goes out on the right wing. The setbacks are McGehee and Pope. Here's a handoff to Pope over the center of the line. He knifes to the right side, only gets a yard. Russell Sheffield brings him down. Russell Sheffield is a really good, fine tackle for the Brownwood team. He's 6'4", 229 yards, and some of the people seem to think he's at least as good as Mike Davis, might even be better.
He's a tree, too. They got two extremely tall.
I understand that Davis runs a 4.5 40, if you can believe, 4.6 really. Can you believe that? 6'4", 227 pounds. All right, Fowler with the ball, second down, rolls to his left, looking to throw. He got a man out here. That's McGehee. McGehee has it at the 42-yard line, where he's brought down by Galloway. That's a pass complete to about 7 yards on the play. That's the first pass that Fowler's completed to someone other than White. Fowler's completed 3 of 5 so far for 26 yards. It'll be a third down now and 3 to go. The Jackets have to get up to their own 45-yard line. 5:40 to play in the first half. The Yellow Jackets are leading 3-0. Just like last year, a great defensive struggle, even though we've got two very powerful offensive teams. Handoff this time to Randall Scott. Scott up close to the 50-yard line and very close to the first down. Scott just inched ahead for that last bit of it. Bryce Bratliff is the man that made the stop. They're putting the ball down at the 45-yard line. And it's going to be just shy. A couple 3 inches, and that's about it.
I think they're going to go for it.
Fourth down, so Scott got 3 yards on that play. Well, it looks like the Jackets are going to go for it. The ball at their own 45-yard line. Straight T formation. The Lions dig in. Fowler has the ball. He gets it. It goes over the 45, but just barely. I think he got it. If he didn't, he's awful close.
He got it.
So Fowler actually gets less than a yard, but he gets enough for the first down. They are going to measure it, though, I believe. Actually, it looked like Scott got it on that last play, and they marked it back on the other side of the 45-yard line. The chains are coming in. They're going to measure it. They put it down. First down. First down for the Yellow Jackets.
I'm talking about that.
Not by much.
I'm talking about plenty close. That's the way you draw it up on the board there. But I'll tell you, we get a rip job on the spot here. This official over here spotted it much farther than the official come away across the field and spotted it. He made the first down on the previous play, and we didn't get it.
First and 10 for the Yellow Jackets at their own 45-yard line. Cunningham over the ball. Fowler, the quarterback. Split backs. There goes White in motion to the far side. Fowler with the ball. Hands off to McGehee. McGehee over the right. McGehee gets less than a yard. Almost no gain. Doug Howie in once again on the stop. Give him a half a yard on that one. 4:11 to play in the first half. Score is still 3-0. The Yellow Jackets ahead. They scored on a 36-yard field goal by Kyle Sims in the first quarter. We ought to have a terrific halftime band show. Both of these bands are excellent. Split backs again. There goes Pope, one of the backs in motion. There's a pitch to the right side to Scott. Scott around the right side, over the 45, up to the 50-yard line. Pick up a 5 for Scott. Penalty flag on the play. Russell Sheffield was in on the stop, but there is another penalty. Let's see who this one's against. Clipping against the Yellow Jackets. So that's going to push him back another 15 yards. That is assuming they take it, and I imagine they will.
Sure they will. I can't understand what the deal is. That official over yonder is killing us.
Oh.
Somebody needs to tie a knot in that flag.
Penalties have beset the Yellow Jackets all year long. It's the only part of their game which has really hurt them. It's going to be a big 15-yarder. Going to mark it all the way back to the 31-yard line. That's the 4th penalty that they've sustained tonight, a total of 40 yards. So that makes it now 2nd down and 24 yards to go. They need to get all the way to the Brownwood 45-yard line. Let's see what they do back in their own territory. 3:40 to go. Twin sets, 2 men way out here on the left. There's the pitch back this time to McGehee. McGehee looking for somebody to throw to. No, who is it? That's Fowler. That's Fowler. And he's thrown out of bounds back at the 23-yard line. Kevin Howard was the man that threw him out of bounds. That was Fowler that lined up in the tailback spot that time. So a loss on the play from the 30 back to the 23, a loss of 7. Well, it's 3rd down and a bunch. They're at the 23. They've got to get to the Brownwood 45.
We didn't need this to happen. We need to be going forward here somehow.
Let's see what they'll do this time. Well, Fowler wants to call a timeout. Let's see what they want to do. So let's us go back to the studio for this 30 seconds. And it'll be 3rd down and 32 to go for the Yellow Jackets. The ball is at their own 23-yard line. Fowler has conferred with Curtis. On that last play, Fowler lined up the tailback spot. The quarterback, whoever it was, I thought it was Fowler, but it wasn't. He pitched back to Fowler, who went to his left, tried to find somebody to pass to, and couldn't find anyone. Finally had to eat it at the 23. Robbie White comes out split to the left. I believe that's Phil Young split to the right. Split backs in the backfield. Pope and McGehee. There's a handoff to Pope. Pope has got room up over the 30-yard line to the 31. On the draw play, he picks up 7 before he's brought down by Kevin Howard, the left end on defense. Now Brownwood wants to call a timeout. They want to preserve as much time as they can on the clock. It'll be 4th down for the Yellow Jackets and 10, 20, 25, about 24 yards to go. Well, now they didn't call a timeout after all. Going back deep is Galloway to receive the punt. Dwayne Griggs is in the game for the Jackets. He quick kicked that only time that they've punted tonight. There's the snap now by Kyle Bowles. He gets it away, kicks it off to the right side. It's going to be picked up by the short man. That would be Barton, I believe. And Barton is stacked under over at his own 37-yard line, and a flag is thrown. A flag is thrown at that point. Petey Graves was in on the tackle. And they're going to probably call piling on or something. Well, I didn't see anything happen.
Unsports black contact against both of them. It looked like the...
Might have grabbed a face mask. They're saying block below the waist, and it's against Brownwood. That's what it was. Yeah, we see it on replay now. Maybe we can pick it up. Yeah, there it was. There it was. Yeah, number 72, it looked like, was guilty of that, blocking below the waist. So that's going to take it all the way back now to the Brownwood 23-yard line. 15 yards against Brownwood, finally.
I detest the note of sarcasm in your voice there when you said finally.
Okay, 3:13 to play first half. 3-0 our score. The Yellow Jackets leading the Lions. Marvin Rathke is the quarterback. He's got split backs. He goes back to pass. Gives the ball to let's see, that's Galloway. No, Henderson rather, on the draw. And Henderson gets back to the line of scrimmage and a yard. It's Kyle Young in on the tackle. It's a yard pickup on the play that time for Henderson. You can see it on replay, the handoff to Henderson. Phil Young in on the tackle there. 2nd down and 9 to go. Split backs again, wing left. Rathke pitches back to Henderson. Henderson over the 25 to the 26, maybe the 27 before is stopped, and that's Rodney Fowler in on the stop. He's playing the right cornerback position now in place of Clinton Williams, who went out injured earlier in the game. A pickup of only 2 yards on the play for Henderson.
Timeout, Brownwood.
Brownwood has called a timeout. Let's pause for this 30 seconds. Yellow Jackets, well, let's see, we're back to play here now. There's 2:19 to play in the first half. It's 3rd down and 8 to go for Brownwood on their own 26. Pitch back to number 32. He throws the ball back to Rathke again on the flea flicker. Rathke throws it downfield. He's got a man. That's Perkins, the tight end, and Perkins goes down to the 44-yard line before he's stopped by Petey Graves. The old flea flicker, and it worked. And Brownwood picks up a big first down all the way down to their own 44-yard line. A pickup on the play of 20 yards.
We ain't got many timeouts left.
Here we go. It's 1st down from the 44-yard line. Here comes a man in motion. And no, Rathke still has the ball. He's back to pass. He looks downfield. He's got a man down there, but it's going to be knocked away at the last minute by the Cleburne defender as he lost his balance. A beautiful stop by Robbie White. No, that's not White down there. That's Petey Graves. Petey Graves has got that ball. Petey Graves, at the last minute, he was falling down backwards, knocked that ball away from the receiver. That was a nice play by Petey Graves.
That was nice.
We see it on replay again. Just at the last minute, as the Brownwood man came up, Petey Graves stumbled backwards and knocked the ball out of his grasp. Here we go. It's 2nd down and 10. Rathke back again to pass. The screen play set up, and it's not going to fool him this time. Isom is going to be, or rather Burr is going to be dropped after a couple-yard pickup. And Scooter Coward was in on that stop. He was the first man to get him.
Excellent job by Phil Young.
Phil Young
near the screen, did an excellent job.
Phil Young finished him off. So the screen play picks up a couple of yards.
On instant replay, you can see where Phil Young just comes up past the screen and just really nails him. Big third down play again. Big third down play.
3rd down and 9 to go for Brownwood from their own 46. Rathke back to pass again. He's looking. He's being rushed. He's got 3 men looking after him. He's going to be sacked back at the 42. 3 men were after him in a hurry, and the man that got to him was Scooter Coward. Coward drops him for a 3-yard loss back to the Brownwood 43. A big play. You can see Rathke back to pass. He got rushed by Cunningham, and Coward finally brought him down. And Walker was also enforcing the play.
Charlie Walker did an excellent job. Excellent quickness there.
Sure was. 4th and 12 to go, and Rathke will be back to punt. He has it. There's a penalty flag thrown. The kick goes off. It's off to the right or the other side of the field. It's going to go out of bounds at the Cleburne 32-yard line. That kick was only for 23 yards, but there is a penalty flag on the play. Let's see what it is. It looks like they're going to, let's see, it's offsides against Cleburne. Can you believe it? Offsides against Cleburne. Well, they'll undoubtedly take that one and try the punt over again, because that was not a very good punt. It was only 23 yards.
I don't know whether I would or not. It's only 22 seconds, and you have a chance to run back on that thing.
Well, that's a good point, Ronnie. That is. You're absolutely right. They refused it.
Also, you got to make the good snap. You could snap it over his head, and he could get it blocked. There's many things that could happen.
So the Yellow Jackets will take over with 22 seconds left to play in the first half. They lead 3-0. The ball is at their own 32-yard line. 1st and 10. Fowler's in at quarterback. Scott is in at a halfback spot, along with Robbie White and I believe Peter Pope. Along the line is Todd Mayer, Alan Mays, Scooter Coward, Ken Cunningham, Monty Dobbins, Bill Roden, and Phil Young. There we go. There's the fullback, Robbie White with the ball this time. He's to the left side. He might go up. No, that's Scott. Scott with the ball. Scott goes clear down and knocked out of bounds at the 41-yard line. Brownwood into the field. Oh, a big pickup. Rathke was the man that knocked him out of bounds at the 40-yard line. A big pickup on the play. Let's see, that's 28 yards for